Yeah, waiting for the petrol. Good evening and welcome to Wraggys 2000 celebration. And yeah, without waiting for the petrol, that's bloody hilarious. I drove by today and it was ridiculous. Every petrol station. And the funny thing was, um, that it was gridlock around Arnold. Luckily, I always get in the outside lane and absolute gridlock. So, 2000 celebration and subscribers, and thank you to each and every one of you that subscribed. But also, this fella, an online tasting, and I'm ready for it. And we've got a special guest, so I don't think you can actually hear me. So let me just click on this, and then click on this, and just oh, yeah, that's small, isn't it? Click on that then. That's better. Yeah, mate.
Yep. Are you right?
Better. Good evening. It's a bit low on my maybe that's better.
I don't know.
Let me turn that down because that's so Maggie's golden. And good evening, Darren. So I'm gonna pour it out because I was ready for a drink. Gotta be honest. It's been a long day.
Yeah.
The mower broke down at work. So I ended up having to walk round. I had to push a roller mower on the biggest lawn at work because there was a wedding on. And I tell you what, I was knackered at the end. My age got to me at the end. I had to sit down, get some food down me, and that was it for the day. I had to slow down on what I was doing. So straight in, and 2,000 subscribers. I never saw that coming 3 years ago, to be fair. And in fact, 6 months ago, I didn't either. And it is a gone now.
Okay.
Good evening, Geordie. How are you? Good evening, Michael. How are you, mate?
Yes.
Lumiere was unbelievable last night. Absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah, I didn't.
You've got to bottle yourself to join in. Fair play. Yeah, because you and Nigel. For those who don't know, Michael Shipman is one of the Bang the Elephant brewers and a jolly good bloke as well. His hospitality is second to none, and his beers are unbelievable. And
probably saw him at the festival. Just no doubt.
So I've got my Lincoln Green T-shirt on that I bought. I've also got my Lincoln Green glass. You know, I do love the merch, and so what we get is a gold pour. If you have this on cask, to me it's a different beast than the bottled version. The bottled version is still nice, mind you. But and thank you for the congratulations. I can see the comments better on that side of the screen.
That's done well. Amazing. 2,000. That's amazing. You've done well. Doing well. Can you hear me?
Good evening, Josh. The funny thing was that I messaged you earlier. Today,
yeah.
Today, something went viral. And within the space of 15 minutes, I had one beer review. Once even a beer review. And 1,800 views in 15 minutes. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, where's that come from? And it was only a 15-second short.
Yeah.
So,
I
don't understand why that is.
It's weird.
Good evening, Chris. Good evening, Benjamin. This is the Stoke. Good evening, Andrew. Been a while, mate. So, yeah, gold pour, little white head. And I'm diving in. I can't wait no longer. I'm thirsty.
He's going in. He's going in for it. So, cheers, everyone.
Nice bitey. Nice and bitey on the tongue. Caramel. I get the citrusy. The funny thing is, the spicy isn't as It's into spicy, as it was the other night. Not yet, anyway. First beer of the day. So yeah, it's been late. Now, first beer of the day. Exactly.
It's my fifth beer of the day.
Good evening, Super Fat Bass. How are you, mate? Oh. 2000, and in fact, I've jumped up all the way up to 2021 already. I've had nearly 20 in the last 2 days. It's ridiculously. I reckon it was something to do with that Guinness thing. I'm sure of it. Good evening, Sam. How are you, matey? This beer taste of success, wisdom, and banter. I don't know about the wisdom. Banter, yeah. I'm all up for the banter.
Yeah,
success.
Absolutely.
Disco. Good evening, matey.
Cheers.
Yep, Wraggys Golden Ale is on for delivery. You've got two options. If you live local to me in the Nottinghamshire, Derbyshire, Leicestershire area, go for Adventure Beer, probably the better option. If you live national, Lincoln Green's the better option. But if you don't like the look of the cases, ask them for a mixed case of the ones you want. They are pretty decent.
They're really good. Yeah, they made a box up for me, so like 12 beers. I've got 2 of each. Got this one and a few other bits.
Yeah, they put the Wraggys mixed case, but like I say, they just want to sell beers, which is like most of them these days. And yeah, I mean their range of beers, you get 12 different beers in a case. Because
I mean, with the beers you gave me, and I got like 2 each of the ones I hadn't got, so I could do one to a review and one just to drink. So, but this is my second one. I had one the other night, last night. That's the second one. That's it. So,
yeah, I'm down to my last 40 bottles. Not a joke, guys. 32.
You drank a lot in that time, didn't you?
No, I've only drank one. This is the second bottle. I've given the rest. I've given the rest away.
Oh right. Okay.
Friends, family, good people.
Yeah.
Good evening, PJ. Am I ordering the Christmas Advent calendar this year? Yes, matey. I want to get the low cost. I want to get the adventure beer, and I'm tempted to do Thornbridges, but it's all down to money. You know, it's 70 quid for the Thornbridge, and it's just having that money. It is.
Well, you done free last year, wasn't it? You had 3 calendars.
I had 2 Advent calendars, and then I had one between Christmas and New Year from Totally Brewed. That was all right, to be fair. It was all right.
Yeah.
So Sam's put, apart from your own beer, what's your fave of Lincoln Green? My fave.
Yeah, I've not had
the Wraggys out of the equation.
You've had most of the range, so you're probably better. I've had a few bits. The Archer's nice. What I have had, I really enjoyed that, especially on cask. The Old Bailey's all right. We had that at the Hucknall Food and Drink Festival market that Sunday. That was nice.
Yeah, but Buttermuch would be my favourite. It would.
Yeah, I've got 2 bottles of that there. But
Chris is saying, what do you think of Aggie's own brew, Craig? I don't think he's reviewed it yet. I need to send him some tasting notes.
Yeah, I've got 5 bottles here, ready to. They're all dark beers, so I'm not too fussed.
Evening, Paul.
And I've got some bits and bats to drink, but I'm actually looking forward to, out of all of them, the where is it? The Imperial Mild. That's the one I'm really looking forward to. So I don't know what the ABV is of that.
Yeah. I need to go through. I was going to do it last night, but I was knackered, so I went to sleep early. I'll try and do it tonight.
Yeah. No worries.
So Benjamin says, I think Wraggys Golden Ale is mellowed in the bottle. It's nowhere near as spicy yet. We're very well balanced now, way better. It might be, you know. I don't think it's as spicy as it was on the first day that I drank it.
I mean, I had one bottle last night, and then now this. Like you say, I even like. I mean, it can't be because it's dropped off in the last 24 hours, but it's not quite as spicy as yesterday. I know.
I know you couldn't read the labels, Craig. No, not with my writing.
No, yeah, there's one here. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I don't know what that is. What's that? Is it all abbreviated?
Imperial spiced rum chocolate stout.
Oh right, okay. Yeah. No, I never would have got that one.
Yeah.
Well, I can't read anyway, but I can't do abbreviated either. So.
Good evening, Andy. No snake venom. No. I'd be in red card heaven if I even touched the snake venom. And Sam's put, as Mrs. Wraggy got the red card ready after you have the Bourbon County Stout. She doesn't know yet, so that's tomorrow night.
It's a big bottle as well. It's a big bottle.
It is. I'm going to save her some though. See what she thinks. She did.
Yeah.
If Michael's still listening, she did like the Lumiere last night. She did. She loved it.
Good.
And Andy's put, just reviewed the gin and beer. It well surprised. I like it. Well, fair play, mate. I tell you what, this is where beer reviews is really interesting. Sometimes you'll grab a beer that you think, oh, I'm not really keen on this rubbish, but I'll do it anyway. And then you drink it and you're like, oh my God, where did that come from?
Yeah. No, I must admit, I looked at that, I thought, so yeah. I think that's the only one I haven't got out of the bottles.
Yeah. It's one of them that you may or may not want to. And Benjamin's put, let me play. It's not easy doing it on two things at once. There we go. Bourbon County, what a beer. So he's got the 2019 bottle, if I remember rightly.
Yes, I've only had the one before, and that was that one. I got two last year. It normally turns up on Beer Hawk website around about November time. It's normally, the American sales, Black Friday. It's normally around that sort of time. So, was it the third weekend in November, normally? So, but yeah, I don't think you can get it anywhere else unless you go to one of the bars in like London or wherever. So,
how's the dog, Rag? The dog's still the dog. He pisses and shits wherever he likes. And sadly, he's getting older, but he's still here. He's still doing his thing. Geordie says he got a bottle of triple Carmenet for £5 in Tesco's. Going to review it. Yeah, it's decent. I think it's still a bit pricey though, the £5, in my opinion. I don't think it's a £5 bottle.
I think that's actually a good price for a £7.50. That's pretty good because you can pay upwards of £4 for a 330.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, Sainsburys have got the Ninkasi Rosé at £9.50, but I think I'm going to give that a wide berth.
You not got it yet, no?
No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing Ninkasi again.
Birthday presents.
So Sam says, actually, I gave a girlfriend a sip of a Bourbon County Stout, and she was blown away. So I recommend Mrs. Wraggy tries it. I will save her some, yeah. And then if she don't drink it,
if she likes it, it might save you the red card, so you never know.
Yeah, might not. So yeah, crazy. I mean, 3 times this week I broke 2,000, but never once did it show up as officially. And It's strange how YouTube works. Good evening, Mr. Hobhouse. And thank you, matey, for the congrats.
Yes, well done, man. Well done. It's not easy. It's not easy.
No, because sometimes you're there for weeks and no movement whatsoever. And then sometimes you go up 2, you go down 5, and you think
Yeah.
to yourself, okay. And you think, what's this YouTube about? I mean, if I subscribe to somebody, I don't unsubscribe the next day. So I presume it's mostly bots and fake accounts. And that's why it goes up and down. I remember Thomas saying to me that his went up by 70 in one day, something along them lines, and then went back down 70 because obviously they were all fakes.
Well, last week mine went up like 40. It was ridiculous. That doesn't, and that's probably the first time that's happened. There's obviously something somewhere, or like I say, the bots. And I've been getting loads of these bloody message things with a code and blah blah, a timestamp and yeah.
Good evening, Mr. PA Brew News, Paul.
Right, Paul, mate.
And Sam says you might go from a red card to a golden boot ragger. Yeah, I'll go from
Never know.
Good evening, Wayne. And yeah, Darren, it's a 3.8%. I did read your comment. Yeah, Golden Ale, 3.8%. The Bourbon County that we're also on about is a 14.6%. So that is definitely bollocking territory. Yeah. I'm always insulting somebody in a certain way.
I mean, it varies with ABV from year to year slightly. So, but yeah, it's a good beer.
The spicy factor has definitely died down. What's the next raggy beer then? Says Andy. Yeah, let me put that
That's
one. I'll tell you what, I'd love to do an Imperial Stout. I would. And you know, get some. Imagine doing a collaboration with the likes of Emperor's Brewery, me joining in, and then Bang the Elephant. That'd be amazing. You know, will it happen? Probably not. But you know, you can always dream, can't you? If you don't dream, then where do you go?
How many cases of that would you buy if it was an Imperial Stout?
I could afford it.
It cost you a fortune. Yeah.
Yeah. Call it Raggy Avenue as well. Yeah, that'd be hilarious, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Imagine that as a beer. Oh dear. Paul's put BCBS is a good session brew. I had 4 in a session 2 weeks ago.
I know you did. Yeah. I can't drink like he can. So.
Raggy's Imperial Stout, what percent would you have? Oh, definitely about a 13. Yeah. Got to, haven't you? Andy's beer review says my second home brew will be an Impy Christmas Stout. That'd be nice.
Quite nice.
I'm not brewing anything before Christmas, I don't think. Although if I'm gonna, now's the time to brew it for Christmas because you've got to brew it, then let it age. So now's the time to do any brewing. And Andrew's put, I might do another St. Peter's cream stout. Yeah, St. Peter's cream stout is amazing. Add a bit of ABV to it.
Yeah.
Matt Mells has put Damien Flores up for a collab. Hey, me too. Good evening, Ali. Been a while, and thank you. Well, thank you for the well done. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Sam. It's amazing. It's like I didn't experience any of this, and I will put that up. I didn't experience that the beer community were taking any notice. Oh, I hope I've clicked the one bleeding one. Yeah. That's the one.
When I first found you, I mean, YouTube put me onto you. It was like early last year, and then we hit where you had to stay at home and all that stuff. So I thought, who's this Herbert?
It's still Herbert.
Yeah.
So yeah, what Sam's put there. It wasn't until I went to the beer festival with Craig, and all these people are saying Raggy, and it's like, whoa, and it's dead embarrassing, for somebody like me. I'm not really a forward person. When I've had a drink, I'm not too bad, but normally I'm quite shy and quiet. And for these people to come up to you, it's amazing. But yeah, who knows where it'll go. And this is amazing for the beer review community as well, because it just shows you that, beer reviewers and brewers can join and make some nice beers and be mutually rewarding. You know, push the both the channels and the breweries, in my opinion, isn't it?
That's good.
And his beer reviews. My Christmas Stout will have plum and raisins in it and oat. Bless you.
Sounds good.
Andrew, jar of pure honey at the beginning. Would you have a bottle of honey bourbon in your beer? Hop House, the third Raggy collab, a triple IPA called what? Wraggys Killing the Weeds or something. Where's that one gone? Disappeared. Killing the Weeds. Yeah, I'll do enough killing weed killing. An oak wood barrel. Yeah, one of these days. It's definitely something. Definitely something I want to look at. Andy, you know, when I started doing YouTube reviews, the only person I knew who was doing reviews was Real Ale Craft Beer. And that's only because I seen him on TV and thought to myself, I can talk shit about beers, and I do talk shit. And
we all do, to be fair, just in different ways.
Obviously, Dean came to me shortly after, and I was too scared to do lives and far too bloody new to it. But yeah, there's more people doing beer reviews than you could believe.
There's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot. There's quite a few before when YouTube first started. There was a few. Then we had a new wave, and then there's been a few waves over the years since YouTube's been going. Obviously, since lockdown, there's been quite a few more. More the better.
Oh yeah. So Andrew found me when I was doing the Evil Dog. Jesus Christ, that's potent stuff, that is. I'd love to do. I'd love to do. Can you see the comments as well?
I can, yeah. I can see them on the right.
Yeah, that's all right. There's a comment that just come in and made me chuckle.
I saw it. I did see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it.
That's good then.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this thing about people watchers drinking, I think it's more the social aspect. And this is where I like, you know, when I'm doing lives on my Todd, on my own, those who are not in Nottingham, that's why I like to be quite quick with the comments. It's not easy with StreamYard, and it's certainly not easy when there's more than two people, because it's very difficult keeping up with comments and chatting at the same time.
It's trying to balance it out sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen Craig's channel when he's got 10 on at once, and it's like, shit. And I sit in the background and think, I can't talk.
I try not to have that many people on anymore. It's just you can't hear everyone talk, and then you're trying to do comments. It goes almost, and yeah.
Yeah.
I try and limit it to about 4, maybe 5. Sometimes you get 6, but no more than 6. It gets a bit too, especially when everyone's had a beer. It's just a load of noise. So
definitely. So yeah, Matt, that was an hilarious comment, mate, and I know what you're getting at. I won't say it because obviously you can stir stuff on the internet, but yeah, we know where you're coming from. And Darren, Mr. Urban Chicken Ale. Now, well done to you, mate. 3 of your beers at the Robin Hood Craft Beer Festival. Looking forward to all of them. That 8%, oh my God, and the 7% cherry, and I can't wait to try that. And for those who don't know, Urban Chicken Ale, from Ilkeston, or Ilson as the Ilkeston people call it, his beers are very, very hard to get hold of, even on cask. Yeah. 72 pints goes like that, and there's a reason for that, you know, obviously.
I mean, yeah, nice one, mate.
So Hop House says that people get different things when they're reviewing beers. Yeah, I've watched about 6 or 7 different Wraggys Golden Ale reviews, and everybody gets something a little different, and it's amazing. Sometimes it's the temperature of the beer. Sometimes it's the
palate, different palates probably.
palates, what you've had before, all these things come into play. Yeah, it's so interesting what we all get, and nobody got what I got initially, that spiciness, not really in your face. And I think because it's aged quite nicely.
I got the spice yesterday, but not today, which is odd. It's only yesterday, last night. I don't know what that's about. But
see, me and you both had it on cask.
Maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
And cask is superior.
Yeah, I said that in my review last night. I posted it last night. I've done a review and I posted it straight away. And I said it's nice to try in a bottle, but cask was they should do it again for cask if they can. Ship it out a bit more.
There was a cask the other night at the Hucknall, Lincoln Green. So whether it's been rebrewed again, I imagine it's been rebrewed. But there was another cask. So I'm hoping there's going to be a cask down at the Robin Hood Beer Festival. So Ras Disco got honey, not spiciness. That was interesting. Yeah, I watched your review, mate. I love the woodland setting for your review and all. Yeah, it was good. And then the airplane came over, and it's like, oh, of all the times for an airplane to come over.
Yeah. I think I said in my review, there's white pepper. There's a bit of white pepper. There's a spice there. There's a bit of kind of biscuity, almost like brown bread, touch of caramel, that kind of deal. But
so Mark's put down. Oh, sorry. The spice is nice. Wish more beers adds the spice. Yeah, if there is a nice spiciness to it. I think it might be dependent on temperature. And there's so many variables, isn't there?
Yeah. Yeah, no. There's a hell of a lot.
Andy's beer reviews is going to try Archer next. So that's one of your favourites.
Yeah, that's one I've actually got to review so far. I almost got another one, but as I say, I've got a couple here, but I'm gonna have to review them. I'm looking forward to. There's a few I'm looking forward to. Big Ben, Strong Mild. Looking forward to that.
Yes, it's an exceptional beer.
Yeah, looking forward to that. And the what's the name of it? I'll just go and get it. It's only outside the door.
So yeah, Tesco's are doing a good range, Geordie and Chris. Their latest update, the Vocation Imperial and the Triple IPA is amazing. I think the pepper's not as in your face tonight, so maybe it's because I'm used to it more. Andrew, Durham Brewery, I've had a couple of theirs, some nice beers. I've not had the strong beers though.
I'm looking forward to that one as well. That could be quite interesting.
Fire Damp is amazing. I'll be interested to see what you and Adam both get from that. I hope Adam reviews it on his channel, or at least joins you in a collab review.
Well, I've got 2 bottles, so I'll probably do one for my channel, and then I'll probably leave another one if anyone else gets it and do a thing or whatever. But yeah, I'm looking forward to them, and then the porter as well, the Tuck.
Tuck is amazing. It is.
Yeah, so I've kept them ones out. All the pale ones are in the fridge. All the dark ones are out the fridge. So,
what's Tuck like? It's an amazing porter, Paul. It's very easy drinking. On cask, it's amazing. You know, if when you get to Nottingham, if you get a chance to drink it, it should be at the beer festival. Tuck is one of those that should be at the beer festival. You broke your St. Peter's glass, Andrew. Oh, mate. I feel sorry for you. Disco. Yeah. If I'm going to drink anything, drinking it cold and drinking it warm is definitely the way forward. But can we all afford 2 bottles of each? No, not really. It's not easy.
Well, I reviewed one straight out of the fridge last night, and now I've got that one out of the fridge and opened it on camera. So I don't think it was. Perhaps it's just in my head. I don't know. Perhaps you put it in my head. I don't know.
Good evening, Big J. Geordie as well.
Cheers.
Yeah, mate. We're doing beer reviews. Their range of different beers is staggering. You know, for me, it's a traditional brewery doing slightly modern stuff. Yeah, the Vimto Tuck at Nottingham Beer Fest once. Good evening, Martin. Yeah, Vimto. I've got some Vimto wine down here. Yeah, loads of it. Benjamin says, I've got one more Raggy beer left. Going to save that one for a while. Really impressed with the second bottle. That's good, mate. I know you wasn't overly struck with the Baileys, was you? And I think the Baileys is an acquired taste. Like all beers, there's always a beer that, you know, you like, ticks your boxes, and someone thinks, that's rubbish. I mean, a friend of mine didn't like Wraggys Golden Ale. And I know he likes his beers, and he says it's just not for me.
Yeah.
And then another lady who's not a beer drinker, she drank it, absolutely loved it. So it's strange. It's strange how we all are. See you later, Mr. Hophouse. And on the Kronenberg, 1664, fair play, mate. Fair play. Buttermuch is probably the best. I think Buttermuch is probably the best of the Lincoln Greens. Although Big Ben and Fire Damp are very interesting beers. Yeah. And I've took Wraggys out of the equation because obviously, you know, it's very hard to be unbiased. Any beer that you could compare Wraggys Golden Ale to? Ooh, that's a tough question, you know. It is. And it's a question you need to. It's only. Yeah, you need to be drinking two at the same time to do that. I mean, Harvest Pale is an amazing beer. Buttermuch is on at the state bar at the station. Yeah, Hucknall. Yeah, I seen that earlier. I seen it on the Facebook and Instagram pages. Yeah. Buttermuch on tap as well. Oh,
Nice. Yeah, I'm curious. I was like, butterscotch in a beer. Like, I always associated with something's gone wrong. So
no, they actually use a butterscotch flavor, a butterscotch essence in the beer. And it's an essence that you can buy from a cake shop, because my wife, she buys the vanilla, to do cakes, and you can actually buy the butterscotch essence. So Andy's put down here, Liberation Ale from the Channel Islands was close to Wraggys. Right, that's interesting. There's rumour of an Inkazi version too. They're going to put your mug on it and we'll give you 3,000. What do you say? Yeah, I'll play that. Might not be a great review, manager. 6-pack of Kilkenny Irish Cream Ale, a Nitro Red Ale. Yeah, PJ, that sounds interesting. That does sound interesting. Yeah, butterscotch reminds me of Harry Potter, Andrew. It's for me. They need to. I've been to Orlando. I've been to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. I've also been to the studios in Watford, wherever it is, down south. And they had the non-alcoholic version, which was butterscotch, a butterscotch beer. Beautiful. But you want alcohol.
Looking forward to trying it. I've got 2 bottles, so.
I'd love to go down to Harry Potter World again. Next time we go down, I'll actually do a review inside Harry Potter World of the beer. That'd be something, wouldn't it? Yeah. Might try and do a 15-second review, because if these 15-second reviews get you silly hits, that's hilarious earlier.
Yeah.
1,800 views in 15 minutes. I looked and thought, what's going off here? God, my friend. What the hell's going off here? 18. And it's. I posted it.
How long's the video?
15 seconds.
So what's the viewing figures on it? What's the hours on it?
7,500 now views. It's crazy, isn't it? Crazy. And all it was to advertise the fact that night I was doing a live Guinness versus Guinness. So it wasn't even a review.
Guinness.
It was just to say, tonight I'm doing Guinness versus Guinness. And that's it, 15 seconds. Job's good one.
So I've got a moth in here. Go on, go out. You can't have the windows open.
Disco's, but I think Craig mentioned it, but I thought Butterscotch was just an off-flavouring beer. How does it work in buttermilk? Like I said, it's actually an essence, a flavoured essence.
Yeah. I'll give it a try. I mean, I've had it in a few beers before. Like, I've had one really strong, and it was in a stout. It's like a Butterscotch stout. It was just, but it weren't supposed to be there. It's like, So
Martin's put, just check me on Tapped, had Tuck Vimto 2014 at Knott's Fest. Right, that sounds different, doesn't it?
All right, okay. See, Untapped,
was it Lincoln Green?
This is where Untapped becomes really handy sometimes. It's like,
yeah.
You know,
it's like
your own personal. Yeah, but I mean, I don't do a lot of the other social media. Really, I don't post as much as I should. But I'm pretty on the Untapped. That's my kind of main one, really. It's more of a personal libel what you've had.
Yeah,
so.
I did, but they spammed me 5 emails after about 10 minutes, and that was it.
Yeah.
Right, delete.
Yeah, you can turn turn that off in the settings.
Oh, couldn't you? I just got rid of it. I thought, I've had enough. Turned it off.
Yeah.
So is Spitfire? Is it like Spitfire Golden Ale? I don't know, mate. It's a difficult one. That is.
What beer?
You'd have to try them side by side.
What beer are you talking about? What's like Spitfire?
Wraggys.
No, this is better than that. Personally speaking,
Spitfire to me is just a weakening of the Spitfire brand. The Goldens are weakening of the brand.
I'm not a lover of Shepherd Neame's yeast strain, to be honest.
Yeah.
Some of I prefer their darker beers, where the malt you can get a bit more away from that kind of raw sort of flavour. The malt overtakes the yeast a bit, but in the pales, they seem to run together a little bit. So, a bit too.
Disco says, would it be comparable to Fuller's Discovery? I've never had that one, mate. Never had that one.
I've never had it.
No. I've got no new ginger beers at the moment, Andrew. So it was Lincoln Green. That is interesting. Right, let me crack open another bottle.
I've got to go and get a different beer.
I can't be asked to reach over there.
I've still got a beer from earlier. I might just drink that.
So it was Lincoln Green, right? Now I've been into the Lincoln Green Brewery. I've been into the offices. I had a good look round, and some of the beers they've come out with over the years. Obviously, 90% of these have not made it to bottle. And
Vimto. Let me have a look on Untapped. I'm curious now.
Vimto Tuck. So obviously Tuck's a dark beer, but a Vimto version, that's different. I can sort the and if anybody comes, Chris.
Yes, sir. Look. There you go. It's out of focus,
Right.
but yeah, you get the deal. That's the badge anyway.
Tuck Vimto.
I don't know when the last check-in. When's the last check-in of that? Oh, it was around in March, apparently. The Mallard? Yeah, the Mallard, wherever that is.
Where?
The Mallard?
I want to bought
Worksop Station.
Andy?
Worksop Station? Don't know. It's in Nottingham. The Station Hotel, Lincoln Green.
I reckon that's standard Tuck. They think they're drinking the Tuck Vimto, but it's not.
I'm not looking for. I'm trying to find some photos just to. Some of the photos are a bit.
And Andrew, if you do, mate, contact the brewery. Have a look at what they've got, the different bottles they do. Look at the ones you want. Obviously, go up to 12 bottles. Pick out, if you want, say, 3 of a certain one, 2 of a certain one. They're all priced very similar, apart from Fire Damp, which is £6.95. So that's going to be a bit more pricier.
Yeah.
That's going to add to the box. But the rest of them are anything from £2 to £2.50. And they do a good 12 different beers.
Try and get another beer.
Oh. So, yeah, Fire Damp. I think it's 8.5 if memory serves me correctly. Yeah, Big Ben. I like Big Ben. I do like the mild style. 6% lovely ABV on it. That's why I did an Imperial mine. Yeah, Fire Damp will certainly challenge you. It's an interesting beer. But the range of beers they've got: Onsetter, Sherry, Little John, Buttermilk, Baileys, Strawberries and Cream, Gin and Berry, Tuck, Archer, Marion, Hood. Yeah, I think that's most Archer. Yeah, Archer. Yeah, I think that's most of them. So definitely a good 12. You on a Spatten Oktoberfest, Ben?
One of them. One of these
actually
now.
Had St. Clement's as well. Yeah, I forgot about that one.
Yeah,
that's an interesting one. Did you get 2 of them or just the one?
Yeah, I haven't had it before. I've got 2. So
it's interesting. The oranges and lemons. It's one of them beers for me. You're either going to like or you're not like. Same as the Baileys. It's one you're going to like or not. Yeah, Fire Damp is their version of the Imperial Stout. At 8.5, it's like it basically Imperial Stout territory. They did say to me when obviously when things improve financially, because obviously it's been a tough year or so, that they're on about doing their own bottling.
Yeah, I remember them saying that. They said that at the food festival, didn't they?
And maybe going down more so the craft beer route, and because Black Shale, Fire Damp is a Black Shale beer. Black Shale is their craft beer front, and basically to do more craft, to do more of them type of beers. So it'll be interesting. Now tonight I'm doing a double live. Craig is doing his live stream, I think at 9 o'clock, aren't you, mate?
Yeah, I'm just gonna have a bit of this and then have to clear off. But yeah, thanks for having me on.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Good to have people on. It's different for me to have people on, and luckily my phone's actually playing ball as well.
Good.
I hope that Sadler's Christmas Pudding Stout goes back up to 6% last year. I hope they'll, like it used to be. I hope that Sadler's have learned a lesson and put it back up. Keep the price, increase the price. Don't ruin the beer just because you want to save 20 pence on a bottle. It's not worth it. You just alienate all of us that really like the beer. You alienate it. If you've never drank it before and it's 4.5%, then you might think, oh, this is a nice Christmassy beer. But when you've had the stronger beer and they start playing around, it's like people who drink Stella and Punk IPA and all these others where the ABV's been dropped over the years. And we all know what it was like originally. The Imperial Banana Chocolate and Banana Stout. Is that the Vocation one, Jordan?
Yeah, I've had I had the bourbon barrel aged version of that at one of the festivals. I don't think it made it to the can, or it might have done, but I think it was in the 330. That was staggering. That was really banging. I might have that one. It might be the same one. I can't remember. It's in stores
Marks
now.
and Spencer's Christmas Ale's in stores now. I've had that so many times.
I've had it once. It's okay.
Adnams.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's early to be installed, September.
Oh yeah, but I mean they start Easter on Boxing Day, don't they? In the supermarkets,
Oh yeah.
you know, Easter eggs come in on Boxing Day, the first pallets.
I'm hoping Witchwood bring Dunkelfester out again this year. Stop this rubbish about COVID. Because if you can bring a bottle to a supermarket, then you can bring a bottle of any of your beers. You know, I find COVID is just an excuse at times. It's just an excuse to be lazy. And if you've noticed in the supermarkets, for those who go shopping, that supermarkets now are the cheap stuff, toilet rolls, for example. All the cheap toilet rolls have disappeared. So the expensive toilet rolls. And this is something that's happening all around supermarkets where the cheaper brands have disappeared, and it's all we can't get hold of them. Yeah, of course you can't. Yeah,
We don't make as much money. That's why. Just
Dunkelfester. Yeah, I wish they'd bring it back. Same with Pump King. Pump King. I think that's what it was.
I've had a few. Yeah, I've not had too many pumpkin beers. I think I've only had one. I think from the UK. I know Elusive Brewery done one last year, and it was really everyone loved it. It was like a yam thing or whatever it was. Yeah, that's it.
So Chris has put down the Vocation barrel aged banana was aged in rum barrels.
Oh, rum. There you go.
They gave the stout a better taste.
Yeah, I remember having it at Brewed London. I think the first festival I went to over the summer, it was on there. But they had it on you could have it on a slushy machine as well. I just went for it's crazy. Yeah, I'm not too keen on these imperial, on Apollo they have their slushy machines. It's all bloody looks like a bloody ice cream. Yeah, I want to taste. I want to taste the beer.
I mean, for me, the Vocation beers that are in Tesco's, they're quite nice beers. Obviously, some people will say the triple IPA is not that great. I thought it was okay. I mean, I got 3 bottles for £3, so I thought it was amazing.
Yeah, that's good. That's great.
Whoever works in Tesco don't know how to scan because how dare you put a £5 beer, a dinted £5 beer, sellotape 3 of them together, scan it and put it as a £3 and was like, yeah. And this is where sometimes looking in supermarket, some people.
Stuff in Tesco's. I keep dropping.
Yeah, well, you're ex Tesco. I'm ex Sainsburys.
There's a dent in that. Can you, if it survives, can you knock that down a bit? There's a big dent on that. Yeah. Got soaked a few times as well, but yeah.
Oh dear. I could tell you some stories about Sainsburys, but I won't do it on camera.
No.
Yeah. Get yourself into trouble. Sweet Temptation is your favourite from Vocation, right? Yeah, Vocation do some great deals, to be fair. They're a good company to buy from. As is Brew York, Thornbridge. I do think they have some good deals.
Yeah, I like Brew York style beers more than their pales, personally, but yeah.
I agree, Chris. £5 for that triple is good. Yeah, I mean, I paid a quid for a can, so I'm good with that. Yeah, went down a bloody tree.
Yeah. But some people don't realise how much ingredients go into these beers, and £5 is ridiculously cheap. But
yeah,
someone who doesn't know that is like, bloody hell, £5 a can. They still don't. They won't get it. But then it's like 10% or whatever it is. And
you see, like those beers I picked up for £3 for free. Tesco's have lost money on them beers big time. Vocation are selling them beers at a loss to Tesco. If you remember at the craft beer festival, there was a bloke there, the brewer from Navigation was, and he was saying that on a crate of beer, they made about something daft like 12 pence on a pallet of beer. And
It's ridiculous.
the boss at Thornbridge, was it Thornbridge or Vocation, turned around to him and says, it's getting our name in the public out into the open. So, yes, we're not making, but it's getting us out there.
Yeah, I get that. But then how much can you... It's like advertising, isn't it, really? To the point where it's free advertising. But then how can you afford to do that?
No, surely you've got to be making a profit.
Yeah, especially the way things have been or are.
So Martin says S43 of a pumpkin dark side porter. Now that does sound nice. I do love pumpkin spice beers. I do. I love pumpkin spices.
Yeah.
Vocation Crunchy Stout. So.
Yeah, Vocation. Like a brewery. I mean, I remember them when they first come onto the scene, like before supermarkets and stuff. I reviewed a fair few of their core range beers before the supermarkets were even... Well, apart from Brewdog, there wasn't hardly anything sort of craft-wise in the old supermarkets. It's only in the last few years it's gone crazy. 3 or 4 years even.
Since when I left in 2015, Brewdog was the only craft beer in supermarkets.
Yeah.
And then, and cans were a dying brand. They were dying. The cans were just disappearing. And since I've left, obviously cans now, especially for craft beer, cans are the central thing for craft beer. And it's amazing how it's changed. Traditional beers have taken a thumping now. And for me, it is a nice haircut. Thank you. And good evening, Ray. Traditionals, their range of beers. For me, though, the beer aisle's not big enough. You've got so many aisles in supermarkets with craft.
Yeah, it's too much food. There's too much food.
Yeah. And the booze aisle sells really well.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, what I'd have in supermarkets is kegs and casks. And go up, get yourself a pint of something. Have containers that you can buy. Go up, a minimal price for a container. Go up and pour a pint out of a keg or whatever it works at. Something that automatically tells you the price as you're pouring it. That to me is the way forward. But will it happen? Probably not. You get some twat underneath doing this.
But yeah, you can't trust people, can you? It's just, I mean, mini kegs. Yeah. They've done some mini kegs before. They were starting to do them last year when it was all going crazy. Mini kegs were going in supermarkets and things eased. And they disappeared. But
even mini kegs seem to have. They had a spurt with loads of mini kegs. You'll see at Christmas, you'll see mini kegs come back in again massively. And then after Christmas, they'll die down. And it's interesting, really. I mean, for me, bargain.
They had to, obviously, because of the pubs were shut. So they had all this capacity. We got, and then a lot of the breweries were struggling to get mini kegs because every brewery was trying to get them, to get their beers into them, put it onto their web shop or local delivery and all that, just survive, But now it's just disappeared. Yeah,
I mean, now I suppose with the pubs reopening, a lot of the big beer drinkers are back in the pubs. So PJ is drinking a Wander Beyond Vulpes 15% ABV. Oof. My wife, she had a Wander Beyond 11%.
Yeah.
She drank that.
I bet that's sweet. I struggle with them cans. They're just not the ABV, it's just they're so sweet. They've done them little 250 cans a couple of years ago, maybe 3 years ago now, with Timeline. And they'll charge you like £4 or £5 for one of these little things. It's like, Jesus, it's 250 ml. Yeah.
I paid £6.65 for 2/3. Yeah, 2/3 of an 11% for my wife at the Barrel Drop in Nottingham. Lovely little pub. £6.65. It was like, ouch.
What's the ABV? What's the ABV?
11%.
Yeah, but 2/3 of 11% beer. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I mean,
if,
she necked it. She loved it. She did. I didn't even get a snifter.
Yeah. Slow down.
For
Too much money. You cost me too much money. Slow down. Yeah.
I'm like looking over. It's like, come on, don't drink it. I'll have it. No, it went down. So Bargain Booze have started putting craft beer in the fridge. Right, that's interesting.
We need to get decent bargain booze around my way. I hear about all these places around the country that are doing really well. I mean, there's one in Liverpool. I think Adam goes on about quite regularly. They've got their own Facebook page and stuff. It's like, and you see the beers they got. It's like a bottle shop, massive fridges. Yeah. It's like, where's ours? You know?
That neat Scotland Wonder Scott messaged me about a shop, a Nisa shop in Wamsey, I think that's how it's pronounced, near Southampton or in Southampton, I'm not sure. And I went in there and he says, go to this shop, you'll love it. Loads of craft beers. And I walked in and I looked at the fridge and there's loads of Polish stuff. And I'm thinking, okay, there's a couple of beers there I might partake in. And I'm, as you're scanning along, it's Neon Raptor, Black Iris, and I'm like, oh, vocation, about 20 different vocations. It's like, Jesus Christ, this is going to get expensive. Still talking, Andy. And I'm doing a double review tonight, so I'm doing till about 9:20 on this, or maybe knocking off a bit early, it's near a week. And then I'm coming back at 9:30 to do an Imperial. A live Imperial Stout review. So,
wow. I did that online. That one. I was like, I don't need any beers. Like, there's been a few beers before, but no.
It's quite funny because Emperor's Brewery, Damien, actually messaged me earlier on Instagram to say that he's got hold of a bottle with from Lincoln Green with a certain bloke who looks like you, meaning me, like, and. That was quite funny. He's gonna do a review of it. That'll be interesting if he does. Could you imagine that? That'd be hilarious. That'd get some bloody views. That would.
I mean, you've had a haircut now as well, so it's.
Yeah, it looks better with an haircut. Yeah.
You got quite long hair on that one.
So PJ's got 5 of them and keeping them for Christmas. Oh. I'll never get that far with decent beers. I mean, I forgot all about that bourbon one. And then obviously this 2K thing came up and I thought, no, is that a mock? I didn't think that.
No, I had one,
but then I did the Bang the Elephant one last night, Neon Raptor tonight, and then tomorrow night I'm gonna do that. I ain't got a time yet because we're so busy at the moment. The wife's doing cakes, I'm doing gardening. I've got 3 gardens to do tomorrow, so God knows what time I'm getting home. But I will do it at some stage. Just reviewed the Guinness Extra Stout. Why do people like Guinness so much? Way better stouts out there. Andy, the foreign extra stouts are amazing. Yeah. The Nigerian one is, and if you can find the Ghanaian one, yes, that's even better. But yeah, for standard Guinness, yeah, there's a lot. Guinness is an entry level stout for a lot of people to join to get an experience of what stouts are. That's all they are.
It's great,
and
it's a great style. Or Murphy's. It doesn't have to be Guinness Murphy's or that kind of thing. Yeah, I mean, if you can get it. Well, yeah, I suppose, yeah. I've never had that, believe it or not. Never got round, No, I mean, it's up the road.
I could have given you a can of it. I've got a can down there that I'm not reviewing.
No, I get it up the road. You get it in packs. It's like 4 packs and stuff. Just never. I always see it every time I go in there. Asda's like.
PJ's just said exactly the same thing as me. Guinness is great, but it's what got me into that. It's a great entry level start. Yeah, totally agree,
Absolutely,
mate.
All Murphy's. I prefer Murphy's over Guinness personally, but I think
Yeah, Murphy's
it's got a
more
bit more.
smoother, isn't it? Smoother than
It's just got a bit more
Guinness.
flavour going on for me. But I've still got that. I've still got that big can, the one you done the other day. That you gave me. I've still got that. I
Oh, the
will.
Surga.
Yeah, I will get around to it, but
Sergey. Sergey.
sure, unit
Yeah,
exclusive.
the Guinness West Indies Porter, that is decent as well. It is.
Yeah, you can get a Belgium export Guinness as well.
And yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
I've seen
beers
it
are Europe.
I've seen in America, the
Yeah, they
Guinness
get their own
brand in
stuff.
America. There
They
was
get
there was a
their own.
crazy Imperial Ginger, something
Yeah, they
like
get their own gear.
14%.
They get their own stuff over for their market only, which is a bit annoying. I'd like to,
Yeah.
it's weird how
Next
that
time I go
works.
to America, whenever I can afford it, I'll have to sample some of them beers, definitely.
I mean, yeah, God, depends on where you go. I mean, I wouldn't be too bothered about Guinness if I went over there, to be honest. But I mean, if it was there, I'd be like, yeah, okay, I'll give it a whirl. But God,
And it's funny when I was in America in 2013, there was no craft beers on shelves. The closest thing to a craft beer is Blue Moon, and I
right,
got the box set and drank that, and I got agave flavored beers. So agave is like a succulent, a bit like a cactus type thing, and yeah, agave flavored. It was nice as well. Went down a tree.
cool.
Yeah,
Right, Maggie,
and
I'm
then
gonna
you
have
had an
to.
aisle.
I'm gonna have to shoot off, mate. So,
Matteo, thanks
thank,
for coming on.
yeah, thank you for having me on, and well done
And
on your 2K. Well deserved.
thank
And
you.
yeah, you have a good night, and everyone else.
And Craig's
Cheers.
doing his live stream on his channel now. Well, in about 2 minutes,
Well,
I presume.
well, when I sort myself out, but yeah, we'll get
They're
there.
always.
Anyway, have a good night, all. Good weekend.
Thanks for joining.
Cheers.
Cheers. Right. Oh, I'm on my Todd again. Well, so Wishbone Brewery Barrel Aged Limpy Stout is amazing. I've not heard of Wishbone Brewery, to be fair, you know. No, I've not heard of that one. So yeah, I'm going to knock off about 20 past 9, go up the house, see the wife and family, you know, make myself known. And then I'm coming back down at 9:30 to do the Neon Raptor review. So that'll be interesting. So yeah, this week, crazy week. Finally, after a long time of getting close to 2K, broke the 2K. So if I can do it, other people can do it, you know. Started off very slowly on the channel, just eating your tea, spice and easy curry. Can't do spices, I can't. No, can't do curries. Oh, Jesus Christ. Even when I'm pissed up. I've been out drinking all night and I'm in town. And I'm steaming, and we get near a curry house, and you smell them spices. Oh shit, I can't do that. Get me away. I'm going home. I'll start walking home, as you do, because I never catch the bus. I just walk home. 40 minutes walking home, watching out for the idiots. You know, you see someone, you think, oh, stuff this. I'll dart across the road, see if they walk across. If they walk to the other side of the road that I'm on, then I think, here we go. Do I get the fisticuffs out and have to defend myself? Which you don't do in any case. Yeah. So yeah. So I'll give it a secondary review. So it's still got some good carbonation on it. Second bottle, obviously. Obviously, the head's dissipated. Been very interesting watching everyone's reviews this week. I've got Craig's bottle review to watch. Craig is the only one who's had it on both cask, like me, and bottle. Out of the local reviewers, at least. Beamish Stout in Ireland. Do you know, next time I go to Northern Ireland, because my wife's from Derry, London Derry, or they call it Derry over there, obviously. And I'll be keeping my eye out for the local beers, and I can't bloody wait to do some beer reviews from Ireland, Northern Ireland, and then pop over the border into Ireland, obviously. Go to Kilkenny. Is it Kilkenny? And I'm trying to remember the name. Letterkenny. Not Kilkenny. That sounds wrong. And yeah, Vocation. I tell you what, Andy, Yorkshire got some amazing breweries, both traditional, craft beer. You know, the supply of beers, the supply in Yorkshire is amazing. It is quality out. Nottingham, really, Nottinghamshire, the East Midlands, a lot of quality breweries. I mean, if you just look at Nottingham as it is, Castle Rock, Blue Monkey, Lincoln Green, obviously. Neon Raptor, Liquid Light, Magpie Brewery, Bang the Elephant, Alter Ego, although they are slightly on the border. Urban Chicken, slightly on the border. Shipston's, Hollister. There's just so many good breweries. It's funny, you're about water, Chris. I'm sure that some of the Harvest Pale from that goes into bottles at Castle Rock is contract brewed by Marston's, as far as I know. I may be wrong. And that's Buxton water, not Buxton, Burton. And Burton water is supposed to be really good. However, Harvest Pale was 10 times better on cask than the bottle. And even though I like it out of the bottle, I much more prefer it on cask. Surprising how that is. So, Wraggys Golden Ale certainly has had a lot of exposure this week, and I do thank everyone from the bottom of my heart. But it's not just for a fellow beer reviewer. It is great. I think as beer reviewers go, we've got a fantastic community. Beer reviewers, the beer community. I think we've got a great community in that, and a lot of people, because there was a time before I did beer reviews where they wouldn't even talk about other different beer reviews, and now everyone's talking about each other's, and it's all good. What communities are all about. No, brewers don't make hardly any money through supermarket. No, especially from the big supermarkets. No, that's why they can sell it so blooming cheap at times. They force the price down. Yeah, I tell you what, Spirit PJ, the stuff you can put into vodka to turn into rum, whiskey. And if you went abroad or if you did your own distilling, the stuff you can get, you can turn vodka into anything. It's wacky, crazy. Guildhall Tap House, right? So changed. Derry is so changed. I mean, the first time I went across, I got a tour around, and I was told not to take my car into certain English number plate. Don't take your car into this area. Don't get in the taxis. And as soon as your short A says don't open your gob when you go into certain shops. Went in certain shops, opened my voice, and it was like dirty looks, and it's like, whoa, I'm not army. Nowadays, obviously, it's a lot different. But there was a time. I mean, we've been together. It was 21 years ago, the first time I went over to Londonderry, or Derry, as you say. And yeah, it took me. I mean, I come from St Anne's in Nottingham, and it's as rough as hell. Well, it was. And yeah, to get me over. So, and obviously, I worked on the Arboretum all my life, so I know rough. But obviously, there's rough, and then there's rough. When they start playing with guns and stuff, that is a tad on the rough side. So I think I might end this in a minute or two, have a break, and come back at about, well, come back at 9:30. Guinness Guru collab. Yeah, come back at 9:30 and back with the Neon Raptor review. So hint of citrus on the nose, bearing in mind it's like 30 to 40 minutes. Your sister lived in Lenton. Went to Nottingham Uni. Right, yeah, Lenton's not far away, NG7. Yorkshire do make some tea there, don't they? Yeah. You get Boromir, whatever his name is these days. What's his proper name? I can't remember his name. But Boromir from Lord of the Rings, he likes his tea. Bolton Brewery. That's it. So many breweries, you know. And as beer drinkers and beer reviewers, getting these names of these breweries out into the open, because a lot of people haven't heard of a lot of breweries. Everyone's heard of Green King and Marston's, but they haven't heard of a lot of breweries out there. It's a good thing to do, you know, getting them on the map. And I suppose that's where supermarkets help, you know, getting people on the map. Even if, obviously, they don't make a lot of money out of it. It's a sad state of affairs, really, and they don't make a lot of money out of it. Right. So I definitely didn't get the spiciness that I got from the other week. Still a nice citrusy beer for me. Caramel, citrus. There's a hint of spice in, well, not overly too much. Right. One needs to go to the toilet, as it were, and give myself 20 minutes break and come back with another review and go up the house and make sure everyone's okay, as you do. A pot of tea with you, one Yorkshire tea bag. You still do that these days. I'm surprised that they don't put less in so that you have to put two in. You know, like a lot of companies do these days, they make it, they lower everything down. So, thank you everyone for joining tonight. Thank you, Craig, for joining. He's going to be doing his live stream. I'm coming back with an Imperial Stout. But yeah, thanks for joining me in this, and Craig for joining me in this 2,000 subscriber celebration. You know, it's been a cracking night. 2,000 people. Wow, 2,000. And I'm already on 2021. Well, I was probably gone down a few since then, but yeah. And then tonight, one of my videos went viral at one stage. What's that all about? Strange, isn't it? Right, gotta run. Back in about 17 minutes. Cheers, everyone. Thank you for joining.